Today let's take up the journal entries relating to purchase and sale of fixed assets. Purchase and sale of fixed assets. Now, first of all, here we'll see whenever we purchase a fixed asset, let's see what is the entry for that. On purchase of fixed asset, now if we are going to purchase the fixed asset on cash, for cash, it's basically the asset account, whatever asset we are purchasing, asset account debit to cash or bank account, and on purchase of fixed asset on credit, in that case it will be asset account debit to the supplier account. Now this is the entry for purchase of fixed asset. Now let's see the entry for sale of fixed asset. Again, sale of fixed asset for cash, let's take up first. So here it will be cash or bank account debit and to asset account which is being sold, right? Same way, on sale of fixed asset on credit, this will be the purchaser account will be debited and asset account will be credited here, right? So these are the entries pertaining to the purchase and sale of fixed asset. Now the second thing that we have to understand here is expenditure on the installation of a machinery or expenditure related to the construction of land and building. Now in such cases, what is to be done? Now here the rule that you should understand is any expenditure which is incurred on the carriage and installation of a machinery. These the example of this includes wages or freight charges paid for the installation. We are talking only about the installation. Any charges relating to the installation of a machinery is to be treated as a part of the cost of that machinery. That means it is capitalized, right? So whatever wages we pay for the installation of a machinery or whatever carriage charges that we pay for the installation of machinery comes under this, right? So in such cases, this the charges mentioned above, right, that is whatever is pertaining to the installation of a machinery, that is debited to the machinery account. Debited to the machinery account means it is included in the cost of the machine now, right? So we can generalize it. The all the charges or expenses, right, incurred on the purchase of an asset, including the installation, right, is included in the cost of the asset, right? When we say asset, asset does not include goods. Remember this, asset does not include goods. Whenever you purchase any goods, goods is basically the item which the company is dealing with, whereas asset is something which the company is procuring for its own use, like plant and machinery, land and building. That own use means it can be used in the business also, but they are not going to resell that. They don't purchase it with the intention of reselling it, right? So here, when we talk about fixed asset, fixed assets, whenever we say asset, asset does not include the goods here. So for purchasing of goods, the rule is different. But for purchasing of asset, we have to capitalize this. That is, it should be debited to the machinery account. Same way, any charges which are related to the construction of a building, right? That is debited to the building account, right? Like if I take up this building account, in this something like purchase of construction materials, right? Payment of wages for construction. These payments are all debited to the building account. Okay, so the purchase and sale of fixed asset, this is the journal entry, and apart from that, if there are any expenses that are related to the installation of a machinery or related to the construction of a building, it's basically debited to the machinery account. Or in the case of any asset, any fixed asset, whatever cost is incurred on the purchase of that fixed asset, it is debited to that asset, right? Now let's take a small example here. Like let me put it this way. Supposing we say purchased machinery from Shyam and Shyam brothers, let's say 50 lakhs, right? Now the journal entry that we will make for this is, we are purchasing the machinery, so machinery account will be debited, and we are buying it on credit, so this is to Shyam brothers account, so that will be an amount of 50 lakhs, right? Now after that, supposing we have this paid rupees 10,000 for installation of machinery. Now clearly it is written here that it is for the installation of the machinery. So here, see what we will do. We will again debit this machinery account debit. This 10,000 rupees is paid in cash, right? This is an expense which is paid in cash. So to cash account here 10,000, right? Now basically what is happening is, this 10,000 is getting added to the cost of that machine, which is 50 lakhs, right? So the cost of the machine is not now 50 lakhs, it is now 50 lakh 10,000 rupees, right? Same way, let's say purchased building from ABC infrastructure, let's say again 40 lakhs, right? And for this, the entry that we will make is building account debit to ABC infrastructure account 40 lakhs, right? And then suppose there is a transaction which says construction material like bricks and cement worth rupees 75,000, right? Purchased for the construction of the building, right? Here it will be again building account debit to, let's say, a bank account, because 75,000 you're not, suppose you're not paying it in cash. If nothing is given, we can put cash account also, right? But if it's specifically given that it is paid by check, then obviously to bank will come. Or if the question says it's paid in cash, then to cash should come. If nothing is given, you can put either cash account or bank account, right? So this will be the entry for capitalization of the expenses relating to the construction of building, right? Here we have seen the expenses relating to the installation of a machinery here, which is again capitalized. It is added to the cost of the machine here, by because machinery account is debited, right? So here today we have seen the journal entries relating to the purchase and sale of fixed assets, and how the expenses relating to the installation of a machinery is to be capitalized, right? So with that, I come to the end of this session. Bye.